Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. It has been a minute. I'm not really going to explain too much, as I actually recorded a video last night for Dragon Age Origins, and I did a little bit of explaining in that. And I'll probably be uploading that video probably tomorrow, I think, perhaps. We'll see. But yeah, I've been getting the itch to record some videos again, so here we are. And we are at the lovely settlement of Cath. As we can take a look here, it is the smaller version of Cath. Usually the walls come all the way out to here, and then some. But I digress. This one's been sent into us by Snowman, and as always, let us go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. So, we have here today, we'll start with the defenders since we cannot see them. Kingslayer 12 playing as Arverni, Baki Hanma playing as Egypt, and the Morales playing as Sowebi. Attacking, we have the Adrizian Kingdom being commanded by Furium? Furium? F-U-R-O-R-E-M. Furium? Furium. If I keep saying it, it's going to lose all meaning. So I'll just leave it at that. Sparta is being commanded by Snowman. I'm pretty sure I said he's the one that sent in the replay. And Bactria here is being commanded by the, Reaper King. I was about to say the Reaper King, but there is no the in his name. Excuse me. I have a tickle in my throat. Funds on this were 11,700, so we're going to see smaller armies. But, sometimes smaller armies just means that you have to be a little bit more resourceful with your units, and you got to be a little bit more clever. Yes, more clever. So anyway, let's go over the attackers. Also, being that it is the smaller size settlement, sadly for the defenders, they do not get wall-mounted artillery, whereas the attackers do. Anyway, Bactria is rocking with, what do we got here? Bactrian Royal Cav as the general. We have 1, 2, 3 mercenary Syrian archers. Can never go wrong with those guys. Do we have a fourth? We have... this is not good. Bactrian... okay. So, as we all know, and for those who don't, the rules are 1, 2, 4. That's what has always been since the inception of time, at least for Rome 2. 1, 2, 4 means 1 artillery, 2 pikemen, 4 ranged. Peltists, I don't... Because, there are royal peltists who are technically melee infantry, and then you have peltists. It's sketchy. Ever since the chat function got removed, multiplayer has been the Wild Wild West. So I'm going to give the attackers the benefit of the doubt for having an extra ranged unit. Sparta as well. I can see that they have 4 archers and then 1 peltis unit. So I'm sure I will have a description, or an explanation rather, from one of the attackers in the comments, so not entirely worried about it, but whatever. Syrian archers, always a great unit to bring. We have some Thurio spears here on the tortoises here, Bactrian hillmen, and then just a bunch of thorax swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Bactrian, or I was about to say Bactrian swordsmen, that's not a thing. Thorax swords, and then over here we have 1 more unit of Hellenic cataphracts. Personally, I am never too keen on bringing cav when you are doing the assaulting of the walls. You're just kind of using up a slot, in my opinion, but who knows? Maybe he'll do something special with it. Plot twist, I know what happens, because I tried recording this last week, and then the game crashed, and then I also realized after the game crashed that I wasn't actually recording the damn video. So here we are again. Yeah, I think I got maybe 10, 15 minutes in, the game crashed. It was awesome. Sparta is bringing some Perioculi spears. I can never say that right. If you want to try A crack at it. There it is. Perioikoi. Is there an L in there? There is not. So yeah, Perioikoi. Perioikoi spears. All right, you know what? It's Sparta. They have spears. That's all that really matters. The the range units, we have 3 units of mercenary Cretan archers. I am almost positive. Solid unit, can't go wrong there. The yin to the yang of the mercenary Syrians, and then Helot archers and Helot javelinmen. General Royal Spartans. Back here we have Spartan hoplites, and then way back here we have some more Royal Spartans. Adrisian Kingdom is bringing, what do we got here? Some mercenary Falksmen. It's got quite a bit, actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so that's what, 4? Big old ballista boy right here. And then we have some man, I was about to stumble all over Thracian warriors by saying Thracian warriors. Thracian warriors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Thracian warriors. Up here we have a Thracian noble general, 4 units of Thracian bowmen, and then we have 4 more Thracian nobles. So we his towers are pointed the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter because, one, he's not close enough for anyone on the tower or on the walls or the arrow towers for themselves to actually shoot at them, so he's not going to lose a lot of guys. So that's one thing. Also, these siege tortoises, as many of you know, some of you may not, are awesome for knocking down walls. And as always, if you happen to be new here and you play Rome 2, it's always a good idea to knock down this section of wall right here, because if you knock down either this side or this side, you're going to knock down the whole darn thing. And then you get a bigger gap that you can pour into, as opposed to just knocking down a section of wall here. So we have 31 minutes, 56 seconds on the clock. Let's get it on and see what happens here. There it is.
This will be a great victory.
I certainly hope so. So things to keep in mind. Odrysian Kingdom, they don't really have anybody who's good at... that's not true. I think they get some decent spears, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been many, many months since I played this game. But I think they get decent spears, but unfortunately he has not brought any. But they are a great support faction. And why is that? Well, all of their units get insane charge bonuses. Let's look at this. Charge bonus 63 for the Thracian nobles. The mercenary Falksmen, charge bonus 48. The Thracian warriors, charge bonus 36. And what that charge bonus does is, when they're running towards an enemy and they charge into them, it's that first initial shock of clashing with another line of enemy infantry. That's your charge bonus. And it's the amount of damage that they can inflict in that first initial charge. Which is good. You want that. But they don't do well in prolonged combat. The longer that they're in prolonged combat by themselves, unsupported, they're not going to do so hot. So you always want to either support them as best as you can, or ideally you would support your teammates. And by how you blah 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 blah, how you would go about doing that is attacking the flanks or the rear of the enemy that you're fighting against. But that would mean that you would wait until your ally is engaged head on with them, and then you would try and flank around, get into the rear, and slice and dice their butts up, basically. Bactria here is doing a little bit of a cheeky move. The first time I watched this, I thought, uh-oh, he's getting too close with his siege towers, because sometimes if you get your siege towers too bunched up, kind of like that, although they're going to be spaced out soon, and then you try and disembark, it doesn't bode well. But this is a twofold plan that they're doing here. We're going to slow it down just for a second. Firstly, all these siege towers have scorpions on them. Granted, they have a finite amount of ammunition, but what's good about them is they will attack the most expensive unit that they can see. So that means these carrying axemen are going to start to get chewed up by these siege towers scorpions up top. Meanwhile, this tortoise is slowly but surely moving forward. Bad spot for these carrying axemen to be, because if they start to knock down this wall as it slowly gets destroyed, some of them will start to fall off. And if Egypt does not remove his troops, his carrying axemen, from this wall, a huge chunk of these guys are going to be gone, and this unit will be severely depleted. I mean, like, it's at 154 men right now. If he doesn't move them, which I'm sure that he will, and he knocks the wall down, what's going to happen is he's going to be down to, like, I don't know, 80, 70, possibly even 60 men. And that'll be a significant hit. Chariots came out, probably looking for some easy targets. Bactria's general is over here to counter, though. And that fight, if he decided to commit, could have gone either way. Chariots are pretty decent against horses because it is a scythed chariot. Check out these super cool rims sitting on 24s. All right, so these are great for taking out horse legs, but also, I mean, primarily you want to run these into groups of infantrymen, and you just keep pulling them along, and they will rack up an insane amount of kills if you are lucky enough. Swaby, in the meantime, we can see has some club levy here. Those are probably some either sword masters and or round shield swordsmen. Bactria and Sparta have finally made it up to the walls. Odrysian Kingdom is kind of taking their time, but that's all right. Look, they're not up to the walls yet. Sometimes that's a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing to focus heavily on one section of the walls while leaving another section alone, and then coming to this later after you've heavily committed some troops into here. All right, we can start to see some of our Vernies troops. We've got some Celtic Warriors right here. Celtic Warriors are a pretty decent light infantry, light melee unit. They hit hard, they're fast, they're definitely difficult to catch up to if they're running away from you, but they don't have a lot of armor, as we can see. Look, they are wearing cloth, and some of them are shirtless because that's really scary. So yeah, they don't, if they get shot at a lot, they're not going to do too well. They have decent shields though, so their shields can do a pretty good job of blocking out archer fire. But however, and here's a little tidbit for those who may be interested in playing this game, if this is your first time watching. If you're going to shoot at a unit with your archers, ideally you want to shoot their right-hand side. And that is because they're holding their sword here. They're not holding a shield in their right hand. So they're going to be more susceptible to arrow fire, slinger fire, scorpions, what have you. Well, actually, I think scorpions just ignore the shield altogether, but you get what I'm saying. So what is Bactria doing here with his siege towers? That is a pretty decent question, but I'll fill you in. He's creating a wall here. Okay? He's knocked down this section of wall to create a bit of a diversion, and this is my speculation, but this is also something that I would do as well. This is going to create a bit of a diversion, all right? And he's not necessarily pouring troops into here just yet or at all, but he's set these siege towers here as a deterrent. It's going to be harder for Egypt or Swaby or Arverni to come out of this breach here, and they can't just simply waltz on out. They have to come way around and kind of expose themselves a little bit, which is for the better. So that's why looks like he's going to move these guys up just a little bit more. They're probably out of ammo, so they're not going to be shooting anymore, but he's going to use them as a kind of a movable wall. Meanwhile, we got here Bactria and Hillman charging right on into the carrying axemen here. They're pulling away. Oof. Did you see that? They were at 80 something and it dropped to 78. So never a good idea to pull away while you're getting charged at. I can see it looked like he was cycling his Bactrian Hillmen to use those precursor javelins to soften up the Bactrian Hillmen. They're actually pulling back. This is wise because look at this. It's got some Galatian swords here. This is a pretty serious unit. Will absolutely be able to destroy these Bactrian Hillmen. Egypt's playing a smart game here. Bactria sees what he's walking into and he's pulling back. Meanwhile, over here, Bactria and Sparta have poured on in. They've captured this arrow tower. Arverni, unfortunately, is within range, at least for this unit right here. They're going to be getting shot at by the arrow tower This is basically like a machine gun for flaming arrows. Shots coming in for the ballista. He's not using flaming rounds, though. Flaming rounds add some more damage. So you always, always, always want to use flaming rounds. Never use explosive rounds, even though they're technically anti-personnel. They don't work very well. Never use flaming rounds, ever. Or explosive rounds, rather. Averni's moving up now with some Spear Nobles. A seriously good unit, especially when you put them into shield screen. That bumps up their armor and defense bonuses quite a bit. Specifically their armor. What is their armor? Where is it? Armor is 75, or no, it's the melee defense. Their melee defense is at 77. When they get put into shield wall, it gets bumped up to 117, which is seriously significant. Seriously significant. Celtic Warriors not doing too good here at the moment. They were engaged with the Thorio Spears for half a second. But here we go. Thorio Spears moving around. Going to try and get a little bit of an angle on these guys. See what happens here. They're pulling away. Look at that. Oof. Big old Javi fire right in the back of these guys. Did they actually break? No, they didn't. 69 guys left. Spear Nobles have moved in now. Over here, it's a bit of a standoff. Not much is going on. Periclay Spears, they have javelins. They're tossing them right on into the Celtic Warriors, who are trying to deflect as well as they can. Down to 114 men. No kills yet. Periclay Spears up to 23 so far. Perioikoi? Yeah, that's it. I'm Greek now. Anyway. Levy Freeman over here doing holding the line as best as they can. They're winning slightly at the moment. Mercenary Falksmen, however, are in the mix, losing slightly though. Like I said, these type of units are not good at prolonged combat. I mean, you can see this even against the Levy Freeman, who are a very cheap, low-tier unit, is managing to, beat up these Falksmen pretty well and good. More Celtic Warriors over here, waiting for the Adrisian Kingdom to land and then descend the walls. Hopefully they'll do so soon, but who knows. Celtic Warriors over here starting to waver a bit. What do we got here? Thorax Swords. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 116 melee defense. That's insane. Up from 77. That is a huge bonus just for being in shield screen. The drawback, though, is you can't move. You can't move. So, Bactria looks like they're going to move forward. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say I would just move forward a little bit so I could use, yes, the javelins. Soften up these Spear Nobles as best as you can. Got to watch out, though. We see Suebi's Kimbri Bowwomen back here. Definitely be shooting at these guys. Looks like they might be moving to try and maybe get... Berserkers. Try and maybe get a better angle to shoot into the crowds here. Archer's still on the outside. See, Bactria is keeping his Hellenic Cataphracts out here for the time being, just to dissuade whatever might be coming this way, if anything at all. Thorax Swords holding the line over here. Chariots coming in hot. This could be big. Down to 8 men. Got to keep going. Got to keep pulling him, but he's getting hung up. He's getting hung up on his own men. But there we go. What do we got? 30. He's got to keep clicking through. Keep clicking through. No. He didn't. Chariots, you have to pull through. You got to pull your chariots through the unit that you're going against. And now he's going to pull away, which is unfortunate. But also, Mercenary Falksmen... Ooh, my voice broke there. I'm going through puberty. Mercenary Falksmen, Thracian Nobles, and what are the other guys called? The Thracian Warriors. They all have these... Check out these swords that they have. These giant, meat cleavers. So they have a hidden bonus against Cav, because they can just, take out the legs, so to speak. Celtic Warriors here not going to be doing too good now with the archers up on the walls. But the Falksmen aren't doing too hot either, so it's a lose-lose situation for both. But at least the Celtic Warriors are getting out of here. Yeah, they're both wavering. They're going to run away together. So far, looks like they're doing pretty good over here on this front. Celtic Warriors are getting beat up pretty well and good. Spear Nobles are going to hold the line for a while, but these guys are getting thrashed over here thanks to the Bactrian Peltasts. Good use of them. It's a wise idea to save your archers. Archers can make or break a battle in this game. If you use their ammunition up too early, you could potentially be really putting your foot in your mouth, so to speak. And then you're going to be paying for it. So it's always a good idea to try and use, or to be as conservative as you possibly can with your archers. It's just the best way to do it, in my opinion. Now, Spear Nobles have moved forward. They're still within range, though, of the arrow tower here, so that's going to be a slight problem. I mean, if they keep coming to Bactria and Sparta, the arrow tower is just going to be able to do a lot of the work for them. It's going to save on manpower for the attackers, which would be a great thing. I was about to say Thurio Spears. Thorax Swordsmen coming on in. Carrion Axemen tossing their javies here at the Thorax Swords. Now it's Thorax Swords v. Thorax Swords. They're losing, not surprising. Although they're both fresh, but they're getting shot at pretty good, so that's why. Oh, do we have anybody else shooting at them? I felt like I saw some arrow fire coming in here. Put them in shield wall. Sometimes when you put them in shield wall, they move in a little janky way. That's all right. This might be good, though, because now he's got them. Yeah, somebody's shooting at them with fire arrows. Or maybe could it be this? It might be this, actually. It is, okay. But, yeah, they're going to be gone pretty soon. Do they have javies? Yeah, they're going to be throwing their javies in, so that's good. He's kind of... So the way that they ended up on this angle here is actually kind of working out in their favor, because Egypt's Thorax Swords are also on this angle. They're on an angle here, right? So that's a great explanation or a great diagram of how they are. Anyway, doesn't matter. So Egypt's Thorax Swordsmen right here, their flank is exposed, so allowing Bactria to toss their javelins in, and that's probably why he had them columned up the way that he did, so that he could get most of the javelins getting tossed right into this group of Egyptian Thorax Swords. Cataphracts coming on in, not necessarily what I would do, at least not this early in the game. Cataphracts are shock cavalry, so they really benefit from being a single cohesive unit. You want them compact and tight as they charge, because that's where all their force and inertia and momentum comes from when they charge into a unit. It's kind of like striking an anvil with a hammer. As a matter of fact, that's what the move is called. What you normally would do is something like this, as you see that these Thorax Swords are engaged with these Thorax Swordsmen. And what you would normally do is you would try and get your shock cavalry around the rear and charge into the back of this unit here. And much like the cav would be the hammer, and your allies' Thorax Swordsmen would be the anvil. So hammer and anvil. And you just keep coming back and back and back and keep striking over and over and over and over and over again to try and do as much damage as you can. Now, I can see what he was going for here. Chasing after these Kimberly Bowen, but they were too heavily guarded. It's a throwaway. He just threw away this unit, unfortunately. And the terrible thing about that is they're not cheap. Shock Cav is not cheap. It's one of the most expensive units, from varying, obviously, faction to faction. But it's one of the more expensive units in the game. So that was a bit of a waste of money. A little disappointing to see, because you can really get a lot done with Shock Cav, even within the settlement. So, a little disappointing, but what are you going to do? Adrian Kingdom, however, is making their way. They're doing pretty good. How about 13 kills for Ballista? Is he out of ammo? No, he's not. Let's see. This is his arc of fire. We'll be able to see where it stops. Here's the line. It goes all the way back here. So if I were him, I would be... Oh, he could be... I mean, he could be firing at... Because here it is, right here. This is... So I'd be firing at some of these units. Even these Sword Masters back here. They're so far back that I would even be going after them. Thorax Swords over here having a bit of a difficult time taking on Club Levy, Carrion Axeman, and Club Levy. Oh, Jesus. But, I mean, this is where, like, the general could... Well, yeah. You got the Thorax Swordsman here. I'd say he could come around and charge into the back here. Here's the thing. If Egypt isn't paying attention over here to these Thorax Swordsmen, Bactria might be able to get away with coming over here and charging in and doing some serious damage. What do we have here? Club Levy? Especially the Club Levy. If you could get in here and break right immediately and charge into the Club Levy... Oh, but you got the Swordmaster General here. Never mind. Maybe not. But even if you could break in and just charge down this way... they lost all their momentum here, though. Look at that. They were so far up, and then they had to retreat. Thorax Swords falling back. Berserkers over here. 30 men. They're losing, but they're out of control. So now you can't control them anymore. But they're going to get as many kills as they possibly can for you. The only really way to stop Berserkers is if you shoot them with arrows. Galatian Royal Guard back here. That is a seriously scary unit. Held in reserve. No wonder. Yeah, it's too bad that they're not close enough that he can't shoot at them with the ballista. But if he starts moving them forward, I mean, man, the ballista could be doing so much right now. It really, like, so many different things that he could be firing at. So we can see the archers over here firing at the Cimbri Bowwomen, trying to get them out of here. Smart move, definitely for sure. Thracian Warriors in the mix, taking on some Round Shield Swordsmen and Club Levy. They're going to be doing pretty good, especially against the Club Levy. I mean, Club Levy's like trash just with the trash. Although if you do triple gold chevron them, they end up becoming pretty, like, ridiculous. They have great, like, armor penetration because it's a club. So they do really well against, like, armor and stuff. Sparta moving up some Spartan hoplites to assist. Look at this. Switching out. Love to see it, especially because the melee unit is losing. So that's great. Love to see it. Archers moving forward, too. 137 kills. They're out of ammo already? For real? They are. Wow. Well, they got 137 kills. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What about the rest of his archers? Up here still. He still got them. Okay. Cool. Let's see. How else we're doing? Rest of the reserves are getting pushed in. Be careful with this guy. Well, they're out of the... They don't have the chariots anymore, so it doesn't really matter. And I doubt that anyone else brought Cav.
By your command.
Yeah, but that ballista could be doing so much right now.
Advance at speed.
I think what I would probably be doing, personally, I would take 2 fresh units that just came in, and I would come over here. I'd come right here, and I'd block this. Bactria is sending in 1 Thorax Swordsman. Someone else needs to go here to block this off completely so that this thoroughfare is open. Okay? He needs to go forward and crash into the Club Levy. Oh, they got it. Never mind. He doesn't need to do that. Pardon me. But they need to be pressing this advantage that they have right now, right here. They need to, like, just press as much as they possibly can. What is this? More Club Levy. They need to crush this Club Levy. Get somebody in with the Spear Nobles from in behind, and somebody with the Club Levy to tie them all up, while they're also pressuring here. Because, I mean, look, this, you got, what do you got? Sword Masters, probably Sword Masters and Sword Masters, yeah. And then Thorax Swords. and then 4 archers, and they all have ammo still. Yeah, and then in the meantime, I would probably bring the general around and come over here. That's what I would do. Pressure here. Are you out already? 70. Don't even tell me you're out. Or are you the Peltas? Okay, you're the Peltas. So, yeah, they're moving in. They'll do good against the longbow hunters because they have decent armor and weapon damage and whatnot. Someone needs to come here. That's what I would do. And then, oh, I forgot all these are here. Duh. They need to block this off as well. This needs to get blocked off. Even if they lose these guys or they take heavy casualties, they need to halt this as best as they can. And then get the general in through here. But he's already in, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is what I don't necessarily like about bringing Bactria for assaulting for a siege. Bactria is a very cav-focused faction, but they still have influences of like Greek infantry and whatnot. So you still get like some infantry as well. But they're mostly a cav-heavy faction. So on siege assaults, not necessarily what I would bring. Defense, absolutely. I would totally bring them on defense because they get some really good spear units. And then if you decide to do a sally out, then they get great cab units. All right, so over here, Peltists have managed to get rid of the longbow hunters, it looks like. Thorax swords, taking on thorax swords. These guys are going to just get absolutely obliterated. They're going to have to be careful now, though, because now this is open. Right here. And this could potentially be a hazard, where if they get rid of these thorax swordsmen, they could just kind of like waltz around and turn the tables on you. What do we got for general? Carrion Axeman General. Ooh, brave choice, brave choice. They're really trying to push here, though. Club Levy holding the line. Good for them. They're losing decisively, however. Archers pulling back. These archers moving forward. 51 and 111. Don't even tell me that these guys are out. Bro, are you for real? Oh, no, okay. I was about to say, 51 kills and they're out of ammo. I would have been amazed. And I've seen it. I've seen it. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. I've seen it. And look, here we go. It looks like he was thinking about it and he changed his mind. What are these guys doing? Are you firing? I know you have ammo. You have ammo loaded. Why are you not shooting? You have the range. Right here. You could get them. It's driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, I think I also think too that this ballista unit probably should have been here more so. That way he would have been able to possibly fire down the line over here. I can't believe they're not... There we go. I was about to say, I can't believe they're not pressing the advantage. Now this is not looking... Well, Sparta's coming around with some spears here. This could maybe work out. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Brazilian King's taking on some sword masters and actually losing. Although it's 151 guys against 60. But you saw how quickly see how quickly the number is dropping down to 144? And it was at like 150 something not too long ago. Like literally 2 seconds ago, it was like 150 something. And that's what I mean. Thracian warriors, mercenary falksmen, Thracian nobles don't do well in prolonged combat. You need to pull them out and exchange them for a different unit. And then just keep cycling them out. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Where's that general? See, I wouldn't be having the general over here. There you go. Let's go, baby. Curling some stones. Getting rid of these guys here. 165 kills, though, for the Spear Nobles. Not bad. Putting them some serious work. But yeah, the Backstreet Rural Cav, I'd be sending somewhere. Oh, these guys might be out of ammo. No, they're not. Yeah. Undefended. I would get them over here. I wouldn't even be wasting ammo. I would tell, hey, Bactria, get your general over here to take care of these archers. He could plow right through them, double back, clean them up, and then he's free to cycle charge right here. This is where Bactria's general needs to be right now. He needs to be here. What got popped? What does he have? Pride and fast charge? What is that? Is that Vercingetorix, says the general? I guess, right? I don't know. So yeah, Bactria is underutilizing his general. It's kind of driving me nuts, but it's okay. Oh, if he could get over here, though, that would be pretty big. If he could get over there, that would be pretty big. Please don't charge into that mass. Yes. Yes, go. 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 He's going to have to. I think what would be best, because he's coming this way, right? And they're going to obviously run this way, so he needs to go here and cut them off. There they go. They're starting to move. Man. What are these? The Peltists? Yeah. 116 kills for the Peltists. Not bad. Not bad at all. Here we go. Big charge. Oh, he's going to go for it. They're charging right back. Holy shit. Did not expect that. Combat's even. Combat. But yeah, these guys are going to get absolutely decimated. Normally, shock cab you don't leave in combat, much like Falksman. You pull them out, send them back in, but against archers, that's a non-issue. Bactria sending his Peltists over here to go after the arrow tower. It's a smart move. And sending his Syrians over here. Are they all out of ammo? No, they still have ammo. 87. He's got to be careful, though. I maybe would press. I think I would charge. And he's got his backs to him, too. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, this is definitely the more important. Oh, Galatian Royal Guard. Ooh, they're getting beat. 138. Getting absolutely trounced by these Thracian warriors. I think they have a pretty decent armor pen value as well, so... yeah, they're beating the crap out of these Glacial Royal Guard. That's amazing. 2 minutes left on the clock. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel, and of course, I appreciate it as well. Adrisian Kingdom hasn't even had to use any of his Thracian nobles yet. They've just been sitting back. I mean, these guys are moving forward. We have one of them in there. 299 kills. Holy Christ. Trying to pull them back. There's 25 guys left. Yeah, we want that unit to survive. We're starting to see some mass wavering, though. Well, not mass, but there goes the Round Shield Swordsman. Is his? Yeah, he's done. Swaby is gone. And for all, I think Egypt is done as well, too. I don't see his general anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if his general was still alive. Wavering going on from Arverni. Anti-cab tactics have been popped. Should have stayed in shield screen. But they're routing anyway. This is over. This is over. Osworn in the mix. 64 kills. Not bad. Pardon me. Not a bad, quick little battle. In the description when this video was, or replay was submitted, Snowman did say that somebody almost loses it, one of his teammates, meaning that they like kind of almost cost the match. But I don't know. I kind of feel like I didn't see that anywhere. They did pretty good. I would have liked to have seen them respond a little bit better. Specifically, Bactry. I think he could have used his cav much better. Although it was a brilliant stroke of luck with the Bactry roll cav general. How many kills? 247. Nice. Yeah, I think it's not going to show me. It should show me the end result screen. I hope it does. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very upset. Hooray! All right. So, all right. Furium. 1,678 kills. General didn't do nothing. Just kind of sat back, ate chips, and watched the show. Archers, 44, 184, 33, 140. Not too bad. Thracian Nobles didn't have to do much of anything. These guys, though, put in some serious work. 311 kills. Thracian Warriors, 68, 81, 133, 191, and 118. Mercenary Falksman, 101, 36, 163, and the Ballista got 57. Definitely could have done more with the Ballista, I feel, but it is what it is. Snowman getting 1,602 kills. 0 for his general. Likewise, he also sat back, ate some crackers, and enjoyed the show. 168 for the Hell Archers. That's actually really good. These are like the bottom of the barrel archers. So getting that many kills with them is really, really good. 0 for the Hell Javelin. Didn't even have to use those. 165, 211, that says. Yep. And 39 for the Cretans. Periokiloi got 75 and 63. Rural Spartans, 169, 87, 274, 0. These guys just chilled. And then Spartan Hoplites, 79, 150, and 109. And then Spartan Utes, 2 Utes, 10 points for anyone who gets that. 13 kills for them. Reaper King getting the most kills out of everybody in this match, 2,352. 247 for his general, 113 for the Hellenic Cataphracts. All right, so granted he did some serious damage, but still, I still would have liked to have seen him use these guys a little bit better. 206 for the Bactrian Peltas. These guys are actually, if I remember correctly, really, really good. And 116, 89, 174, 124 for the mercenary Scythian or Syrian archers, not Scythian. 81 for the Bactrian Hillmen. And the Thorax Swords, 130, 107, 82, 206, not bad. 188, 127, 211, good. 85 and 64. As for the defenders, Kingslayer picked a hell of an army. That's all I could say. This many, it's just, these are not good. I mean, they're Spear Nobles are a really, really solid spear unit, but Arvernia is known more for their infantry units. I would say, rather than their spear units. So for him to pick this as an army comp, a little questionable. 67 for the Oathsworn General. Celtic Warriors, 83, 159, 41. Levy Freeman, 64. And the Spear Nobles, 23, 23, 96, 131, 122, 119, and 165. So, I mean, like, a lot of them didn't do that well. Even though they have, like, this crazy defense and stuff like that, they're like a situational type of a unit, I feel like, sometimes. So, anyway, Baki Hanma with 1,032 kills. 0 for the General. He ran away. 103 for the Chariots. 30, 38, and 45 for the Nubian Bowmen. 138 and 0 for the Galatian Royal Guards. Wow, these guys just ran away too. Holy crap. 38 for the Galatian Swords. 41, 92, 68, and 72 for the Carrion Axemen. 100, 134, 132 for the Thorax Swords. Last but not least, the Morales with 1,660 kills. 180 for the General. 122, 255. That's good. 102 for the Sword Masters. He only picked two. Oh, no. Okay. 35 and 33 for the Kimby Brown Woman. Round Shield Swords, 141, 47, 105, 105. 25 for the Berserkers. 34, 56, and 60 for this club levy. 5 and 49 for the longbow hunters, and this club levy here, 86, 149, 31, and 112. So, yeah, Reaper King putting in some serious work. Here I'm criticizing. I would have liked to have seen him use his cavalry better while he ended up getting the most kills out of everybody. But that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I am going to try and record stuff more often now. I want to get back into it as much as I possibly can. So whatever replays have been sent in, I'm going to cover those. They'll probably be a little bit sparser than how I was doing them 3 days a week. Just because I know the guys in the Discord server don't play Rome 2 as much anymore. I don't blame them for it. I think we all kind of fell out of love with the game for a little while. I'm still not necessarily fully back in love with this game, just because the chat function is gone, but what are you going to do? Yeah, I think you can expect to see some other stuff being uploaded. Like I said, I started a Dragon Age Origins playthrough. We'll see how that goes. I don't expect that to get any views at all. But Veilguard's coming out in a year, and I want to have my choices from Origins roll into Dragon Age 2, and have those choices roll into Inquisition, and then the choices from Inquisition roll into Veilguard. So that's why I started a brand new game, and I recorded an episode last night. I don't know how good it is. I was really tired. I didn't do like a whole lot of talking, so we'll see how it goes. Again, I don't expect it to do well, but it's fine. I have to always remind myself that I'm just doing this for fun. I don't expect anything to come of it. If people like and see it, and they decide to follow me, that's cool. If they don't like it, that's okay too. But with that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.